we were given a lot of advance warning. We had previews through the sim and through the plans, but I think it was still an awe-inspiring moment when we walked through. We came in through the black drapes, and it was almost like kind of a big reveal. And seeing all the trussing lit up, all the draping, all the UV lighting, it was, yeah, this is now a real thing. This is not just a sim. This is not just a representation on my screen.
Yeah, the lighting makes it a big difference when you're flying in dark conditions like this. So yeah, it looks good because we can change the lighting to what we want. So I think all the pilots enjoy it. It's something different for them. So yeah, it's good.
I think there's a lot of interest in it becoming a sport, and I really hope it can get to a stage where it will be recognised as a sport. You know, maybe next time round when we do get the Olympics, we can propose that as our addition to the games. But at the moment, it still feels. I mean, I still can't quite get over the fact that this started out as a hobby for me, and just something to do to help out a couple of mates who wanted to fly and didn't really know how to set up a race. And we've gone from flying around in fields to flying around in sports halls to flying around at other shows at the NEC to now
Farnborough.
being at this Farnborough Air Show. That was a
Farnborough
big
Show.
one for us, you know, having the big kind of 380s and Apaches kind of flying around behind us whilst we were racing. And then, you know, one of the biggest gaming conventions probably in the world, and we're drone racing here. We've got people coming in and out. It's just,
And even
wowed.
the Queen's Cup. Queen's Cup was really good. That was interesting. But we
Yeah,
managed to get-
400-year-old trophy or something. The world's
Yeah.
oldest sporting trophy was awarded to FPV racing this year, which is,
So I
again,
suppose,
absolutely
yeah,
amazing.
pretty good for, if you could call it emerging sport, I guess. Yeah. I've flown in 2 events.
I beat him.
Okay, 3 events. I actually won my one final. Remember, my first event I won my one final, but that's about it. Yeah, I'd rather leave it to the guys who really want to win. I don't want to show the map really. Most normal people, I think they just think it as a game, but these guys practice pretty much every day, 20, 30 batteries, 2 minutes to 4 minutes of flight, and I don't think they realise how hard it is to fly first person view initially. Once you get used to it, I think your skills will grow exponentially, but to get to these speeds that these guys are flying at, months and months and months of practice every day, going out there, just being dedicated.
It's a different
Yeah.
environment as well, because when you're flying around in the woods, you've got your GoPro on, you're making a video for YouTube. It doesn't matter if you miss a tree, because on the video, so I'm meant to make that gap. It doesn't really matter here. With, you know, a dedicated course with a racing line to follow, you miss a gate, you miss a turn, everybody knows because you're not following the line. It might still look great on video, but it's a racing environment, and suddenly the competition is there. So it is challenging, and I think a lot of people, maybe not this particular event, but a lot of people who turn up to our events for the first time ever, they're surprised at how hard it is, because, you know, with the best of intentions, you can convince yourself that, yeah, I was meant to do that. But on a track in a race environment, there's no convincing. You either made it or you didn't.
The community is still small, and we've always told them when we started from day one, we said, you know, this is a sport, you got to have fun, let's have fun, get on with everyone, and they've kept that attitude up, and everyone, you know, I mean, young Luke, probably the best in the world. In fact, he is the best in the world. One of the newbie pilots killed his quad at Queen's Cup, and Luke said, yeah, you go fly mine. Last week at Formula FPV, Mark Graves, I'd Be Crazy, a few guys killed their quads. Straight away, he gave him a quad. From the States, you know, they're flying his personal quad, in a race. And, you know, that's what we like to see, just everyone just having a good time.
Yeah, it's one of the few sports, I think, where pilots will actually dismantle their own racing gear to help out a fellow competitor. And it's not just a fellow competitor on their own team, it's anyone in the field,
Yeah.
because there's no satisfaction in beating someone by default. You know, if you want to win, you want to give that person you're beating the best opportunity.
Statistically. But yeah, no, I think the attitude's really good. All the pilots, you know, they just love interacting with each other. They all know that at this level of sport where they're growing it and they're top in the world, and they're just pushing it more and more and more, and keeping it friendly, which is really nice to see. Yeah.